Hello and welcome to this week's cooking show from Moley Robotics. Hope everybody's doing well. Again, a lovely warm day today, humid day today in fact. So today we're going to cook a really nice simple recipe from Thailand, and it's going to be the Thai prawn pasta. So we're going to put that together for you. So it's a simple recipe. We'll go through the whole process and show you how the containers are loaded, how the utensils are used, and how the salt and pepper and the oil grinders are all used in conjunction with the pots. Now in this particular recipe, it's quite good. You'll be able to see two pots being used in parallel for this one recipe, and we do that with quite a lot of our recipes that require multiple operations during the recipe process. So if, for example, one side we need to cook the pasta whilst the sauce is being cooked, we can do this with our recipes, and anything else that needs another pan to run in parallel. So that's possible with our system. Just for those who don't already know, we've got about 50 recipes in our library at the moment, which we update about 2 to 3 different recipes per month. Our in-house chef is constantly designing and looking at lots of different recipes from around the world. We do lots of different worldwide vegan, vegetarian, low calorie, low fat recipes, which is our focus, which is mainly on healthy eating and healthy lifestyle, and all the different cuisines we do from around the world. We have international recipes from places like India, Africa, Spain, Italy, and so on. So our recipes come from various professional chefs, Michelin star chefs, and also some well-known chefs. For example, Tim Anderson, previous Master Chef runner-up, and many others that we'll mention along the time we do our live shows. So we'll mention lots of different chefs along the way, but they're good quality recipes. They're not just recipes out of a cookbook and put together and the robot that cooks it. It's recipes that are actually tried and tested by professionals and by people in quite a high level in terms of quality of food. And our chef then cooks those recipes and gives all the information, all the data to our team here. We're based here in London, in the heart of London, on Wigmore Street, which is where our team work, and they've put all the different algorithms on for all the different recipes, using generic movements that are already pre-programmed into the arm. And also manipulate other motions if required for certain recipes. So yeah, we do quite a lot of recipes now, and it's exciting because we're now focusing on a lot of healthy recipes, like the Shah Wellness recipes from Spain, which focus on highly nutritional meals with very low calories, so you feel like you're having a full meal, but it's at a very low calorie rate. So we'll be doing many of those different recipes during our cooking shows in the future. But today's one, as I mentioned, is going to be a Thai recipe. So it's going to be Thai prawn noodles. I beg your pardon, not pasta. Please ignore that, but noodles, sorry. So we're going to have Thai prawn noodles. Now that's a really nice recipe. It's a simple recipe. It's only about 22 minutes long, and you'll see the whole process from start to finish. I will not have to do anything above the robot itself. The robot will take the containers, turn on the hob, operate the temperature, operate other utensils, stir, and do everything. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. You'll find it so fascinating because you'll be able to watch it from start to finish. So that's with all the recipes. All our recipes are cooked from start to finish without no human interference at all. So I think let's get cracking. Now, we're doing a live stream via Insta and also via YouTube. And so please do send in your comments. And I'll be happy to answer them. If I can answer them on the spot, no problem. If they are a bit technical or you require a bit more of a complex response or an answer, then I can get back to you. We also have on our website a contact us form, so please do contact us with any special requirements, whether it's residential or commercial. We can cater for both sides of the industry. We're certified for UK and Europe, and fully patented with lots of all the CE marks in terms of health, safety of operation, and so on. So, yeah, this product is ready. It's the world's first fully robotic cooking machine that cooks meals from start to finish. It's available for sale, and we are ready for the residential and commercial market. So, enough of me talking. Let's go straight into the recipe. Now I'm feeling hungry. So let's go for the Thai prawn noodles. So we're going to switch to the screen. So I'm going to show you how it's all processed. So here we go. So here we have the screen which has the Thai prawn noodles. Now on the first screen itself, you've got all the different ingredients in terms of what is required and the weight of each item. It also tells you what equipment to have ready, which is 2 medium pots, a mesh basket and a slotted spatula. And also with all our recipes, we include nutritional facts. This is very, very important. This is very important for people who are keeping a record of what they eat, which is a lot of people nowadays. A lot of people are really now conscious of how much salt, how much fats, how much carbohydrates, how much protein that they're eating now, and so we include that in every single recipe, which is a very useful tool to have in this system. So here we have all the ingredients there with nutritional facts, and also we have get ingredients as well. Now this feature allows you to send a reminder to somebody's phone or your phone to grab the ingredients on the way home, or to remind yourself for the following day. So you can actually start meal planning your meals. We have obviously special containers for our robotic kitchen, which comes included in the whole pack. But you can buy extra containers as well, so you can actually prepare and really meal plan all your fresh ingredients in the containers, in the fridge, ready to be loaded when and where you want to eat. So you can send a reminder to a message via SMS, a WhatsApp message, or an email. In the future, we'll have a delivery service, but that's not current yet, and that's work in progress. And once that's launched, we will let you know. But at the moment, it's just choose your ingredients, send a message, and grab your ingredients, or phone a company that can deliver them for you. So there's 2 ways you can do that. So that's a great feature to have. So you're always going to be making sure that you're getting the fresh ingredients when you're cooking these recipes. So let's go straight to the robotic cook. On the bottom left, you'll notice the manual cook as well. So if you just want to learn how to cook a particular recipe, because all our recipes, remember, are from qualified professional chefs. So there are lots of techniques, and there's lots of different ways the recipes are cooked than the normal way that we would do on a daily basis. So, for example, seaweed, you'd have to soak your seaweed for a little while before you're using it in certain recipes. And I suppose a lot of people wouldn't normally do that. So there's lots of little tricks of the trade when it comes to good food, good healthy food, that we can show you via our system. So you can do that with a manual cook, and you can learn these recipes, and you can learn how to actually cook and how to cook them yourself as well. Robotic cooks on the right. So yes, a robotic cook will just cook this complete meal from start to finish. All we need to do is load the ingredients. So let's go through the whole process. We also have a scale system, a built-in integrated weighing system. So from the tablet, you can actually weigh every single ingredient. So you've got everything here in your fingertips. You've got everything that you need. Fresh ingredients, you've got the tablet, you've got the information, you've got the guidelines, you've got the weight control, how to weigh all your different ingredients. So it's all here, and there's no way of any errors or any issues in terms of cooking that recipe. So let's start the robotic cook. Fine, so here we've got a nice pictorial diagram of our cooking station. Now this is showing you a diagram of the whole space itself. So there is no room for any error in terms of putting the certain utensils and cookware and so on. So here we go step by step. At the bottom we have the olive oil, so that's going to be in its own container, which we already have. So on the top shelf of the kitchen, you'll notice that we already had the containers, and I've already prepared one on the left, which is here, and I've confirmed that I've done it. I've put it in there. There's enough in there to do 10 grams. Now it's not measured, but the way we've programmed the robotic arm is to actually tip and pour, so it is approximately 10 grams of oil going in there. So it's all timed to really high precision. All the movements, all the collaboration, all the manipulations that we do with the arm, the gripper, is really done with a lot of high precision from our engineers here in London. So I'll confirm that's in location. Second one is your rice noodles, which is going to be in a larger pot. And it's giving you an indication of where you have to put it on the shelf, which is the bottom shelf in the large section. So I've actually prepared some of these ingredients just to save a bit of time. So I'm going to put that in the position now. So confirm, 120 grams as well. Again, it shows you the weight of each ingredient, but I'll show you how you can check the weight using the integrated scales. So let's go to the next one, and I'll show you that with the chives, for example, from literally getting it out of the fridge, chopping it to the weight required, measuring it with the scale, and then loading it on the shelf. So I'll show you that in a second. It's quite easy to cut, so it's not a big problem. Here we go. In the next one, we've got to go for some brown onions and garlic. We've got little videos as well with each of our recipes showing you how to prep the ingredient in terms of whether the item should be diced, whether the garlic should be finely chopped, whether the onion should be just sliced or in cubes. So it's really quite useful to see how the ingredients have to be prepped, ready to go in the container. So this one's already been done, and also the garlic's already been nicely minced as well. So I've minced the garlic and I've small diced my onions, and it's ready in this container to go on the top shelf. So I've got a option of 5 locations, and I'm going to put this on the front location and confirm that I've done that. And rather than me explaining for each and every one, I'm just going to now load each one, so you get the gist of how it all works in terms of measuring and so on. So prawns. In our bottom container, in a second one, I'd put it in the second one and confirm that I've done that. Yep, that's correct. And the tofu, firm tofu, so tofu bottom shelf at the end. Correct. And the fish sauce with palm sugar, tamarind and lime juice. I'll put it in the third location on the top. That's confirmed. Wonderful. Bean sprouts and peanuts. Bean sprouts, peanuts and spring onions. There we go. And that's a long container, so it's recommended these 2 spots. I'll put it in the first one over here. That's done. And the chives I'm going to do last because I want to show you how the scales work with our system. But water in the pot, that requires 1,600 grams. Now I've already measured the water just to save a bit of time, but 16 grams water I've already prepared in this container here. And that's going to go on the left pot as recommended by the diagram. So that's going to go in the left pot. There we go. So that's all ready. So this will be actually doing the noodles. So this will be the noodles on one side and the actual sauce on the other. So that's all done. Right, so I'm going to show you how to now do the use how the scales are used, which is fantastic. It's so easy to use, very clear, and so on. So let's get the chopping boards. Let's get my chives, and let's get the scales. So here we have the scales. Okay, so we require chives. In one of the containers, which is the fourth one, for example, 10 grams of chives. So I'm actually going to, it's already bundled up, so I'm going to prepare 10 grams of chives. I think that's about 10 grams, I think. Don't want any rubber in there. So done. So let's go. So here we go. So scale's not connected at the moment, but as soon as I turn this on, you'll notice the scale icon at the bottom will start to connect. We've got it in grams, over here, perfect. So it's asking for now 10 grams, so let's just see how much this initial amount is in weight. Oh, maybe, let's try that again. Maybe it took the weight of the container by mistake. Let's just try again. Let's get it down to 0. There we go, that's better. There we go, 0. Fantastic. Okay, we need to get this to 10. 1. It looks like I need quite a lot of chives. 2 grams. Oh my God, I don't think I cut enough. That's not a problem. This is part of the fun of you know, preparing the ingredients. Is you know, you can't really make any mistakes because it's such a good, easy guide that, you know, there's no real reason to make any errors whatsoever. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just give me a second. I've been told that my chopping's very slow. I don't know who keeps saying that, but I think I chop quite fast. 8, 9, 10. Should have just put all the chives in, I think. It would have been easier. So yeah, so these are fresh ingredients and chives. It should be now exactly 10. Perfect. Now, can you see on the scales here? I've hit the 10 gram mark. That's exactly how much I need. And now I can confirm I've done that. So that's how our scale system works. So there's such accuracy in every single recipe. There's no way of making any mistakes. And the good thing is that every single recipe will taste the same. So however many times you've done this recipe, you stick to the timings, stick to the quantities, stick to everything as per the data we have on the recipe library, and it will be the same every single time. So, okay, so secondly, we'll just prepare the equipment. Now you can see I've just put 2 pots in position. So I'm going to fix the first pot in position where it's going to make the sauce and prawns and everything. So that's confirmed in location. It's in this little parking bracket. Perfect. Job done there. Medium pot is already in position. That's fine. That's already got the water I put in earlier. That's perfect. Spatula. Now this, the reason why I say this diagram view is very important is because it also tells you which way you should be putting the utensils, because you don't want to be putting it this way. I mean, you can, but you won't even get a very good stir. You want a proper stir, so it tells you exactly which direction to put it, which is why the images are very important. So that's confirming that location 1, which is number 1 hook over here. Yep, that's done. And finally, the mesh basket. Again, you got the image showing you which way. You don't want it this way, otherwise it won't go in properly. It should be the right way, which is this way. Tells you which hook, and number 2, for example. And there we go. So I'll confirm that's in its location as well. And we're done. We're now ready to cook. I can walk away, just press play, and let the robotic arm, the Moley robotic arm, do the whole cooking process from start to finish. And hope you enjoy watching this. But keep your questions coming in. So whilst this is cooking for about however minutes this is, I will answer some of your questions and also maybe do a little clear up, and then I can have maybe go for have a little drink, and then we'll come back to the recipe and I'll taste it as well, so you can see, I can tell you guys exactly how it tastes. So yes, let's start cooking. There we go. We do have voice notification as well. And basically at certain points of the cooking recipe, your voice notified that there's going to be a pour about to happen, a stir about to happen.
Set our hob to 9.
As you heard, a temperature changed, a temperature set. So all the main elements of the recipe are voice notified. So you could be in a different room, for example, working from home. You could be in the living room, you could have an open plan kitchen, you could be working on the other side of the room, and you want to hear what's going on in the kitchen. This voice notification is quite useful, so at least you can hear what's going on. So I'm just going to go over, I'm just going to grab a quick drink. It's a very warm day, very, very humid day today in London. So I'm going to grab a quick drink, and I'm also going to try and answer some of your questions whilst you guys watch. Now the oil is warming up, it's just turned the hob on. It will do the water, it will do everything basically. I don't need to, I don't know, I can just listen and it will do the rest. But let's go and grab a drink. Okay, let's see how many people we've got joined. That'll be great to see. Oh, great, excellent. Lots of people joining. It's great. Okay, so we've got some initial questions here on YouTube, and we've also got some questions on Insta. AI commands. Okay, you've got a message. I've got a call from a message in from Joey Degas. Can it be integrated with open AI agents to work from AI commands? That's quite a technical question. So what I would suggest is I'll probably need to speak to my technical team. But normally, no, we control all the AI and all the commands from here. So it can't be command can't be done externally. Has to be done internally. But if there's anything more technical you need to know about the AI, what we use, etc., just send a little message via our website, and I'll get my technical team to give you a detailed answer on that. But no, it's all done internally. All the commands, everything's put in here from the showroom, from the team in London. Nice to see more people joining. Great, fantastic. Let's see what sort of questions we've got on YouTube. Okay, so we have an odd question. There is more land beyond the ice wall. Okay. What is Lamont? What is this live about? Sorry, I'm new. Okay. Okay. So Lamont. So this is basically the world's first fully robotic cooking system that cooks meals from start to finish with preloaded fresh ingredients and using normal off-the-shelf utensils and induction hobs and the induction pans. We have integrated scale system that weighs, and we have a full recipe library that's updated every month. We have 50 recipes at the moment, and yeah, we're focusing on healthy lifestyle, healthy food, fresh ingredients. The time it took me to prepare these ingredients, I would probably say it's almost the same time as me ordering a takeaway, for example. I order a takeaway on my phone, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 20, you know, I've actually, in the 10 minutes, I've prepared my ingredients, loaded it, and just press play and let it cook. So I've not had to do anything, the same as I'd receive a takeaway. I'd get a takeaway delivered to my door, open it, check it, send a complaint saying it's too cold, and eat it and not do anything. That's exactly the same, but the biggest difference is, the big difference is, I know what ingredients have gone into my food, but I don't see the ingredients that are the kind of ingredients that go into my takeaways. Now, I'm not knocking the industry. Takeaways are great and very convenient, but the important thing is we don't know what's going in the takeaway food nowadays. They use a lot of enhancers, they use a lot of E numbers, a lot of preservatives. Half of the food that's coming via takeaway is pre-cooked. Half of it's frozen already, and it's just defrosted and just warmed up and put together and put on a pizza or put in a pasta or whatever and delivered to your door. I'm not knocking it, but it's, you know, that's the biggest difference. Healthy against food that's a little bit, you know, treated. That's for convenience. Well, I'd rather have a bit more convenience this way than have food delivered the other way. So yeah, so that's what we do basically. That's our ethos in a nutshell. It's, you know, cooking meals from start to finish, saving you lots of time, giving you quality time back, so you can spend more time finishing, you know, work around the house, finishing and spending more time with family and friends, and even with the longer dishes. For example, risotto is a 52-minute dish. Now, for 52 minutes, you can actually walk away, watch a bit of TV, have fun with your friends, watch maybe one half of a football game with your mates whilst food is being cooked, take the dog out for a walk, pick up the kids from school, come back, dinner's ready. You know, it's a safe system. The system is also CE certified. It's a very safe system. You don't have to literally be in the same room and watch it cook. You can be in a different room, you could be in a remote place and still have the robots activate to cook the meal. Positive drip, could this just use a flow meter? Could just use a flow meter. So I don't quite understand what the question is. Could just use a flow meter. I assume you're using flow meters in terms of measuring, I assume. But there's no need for that because we already have that pre-measured anyway. Gatarac, yeah, it cooks, but does prep the food? No, it doesn't prep the food because you saw exactly what I did. I chopped the ingredients. Well, I prepared some of them, but I chopped the chives. The ingredient. This is purely a cooking machine. It's purely here to help us cook a full meal from start to finish. Okay, so you can't chop, you can't do anything like that. That part you have to do, but the arm will cook the whole meal for you. Positive drip. We have machines to prepare. It's all major food facilities, source, work in a mass manufacturing plant. Yeah, that's right. You're quite right there. There are machines out there that, you know, chop on a mass, slice on a mass. You goes down conveyor belts. But this is more fine dining in a nutshell. This is in your home. So this is a little bit more, I suppose, more intuitive because you're controlling what's going in here, and you can chop and you can add ingredients. For example, some people may not like soy sauce, or some people may not like to put onions and maybe put celery instead. Some people may have an allergy on certain parts of the ingredients or something. Some people may not like spring onions. So you can actually just kind of like redesign your recipe as you go as well. So it will still cook the whole recipe, but you can just manipulate some of the recipe if you want to. Gatarac, will you have a preparational machine as well? You never know. You never know. We're always looking ahead. This single arm XAir system that we call this unit, that's evolved from our Moley robotic arms. So we are always looking to develop new ideas. We're always looking to develop different models, but this one is ready for sale right now as we speak. The XAir machine with the side shelves, it's all ready. This can be integrated into an existing kitchen, or we can integrate into a new kitchen. Now our showroom here, you can probably see behind me, we've got a few models of kitchen units on display here. Now we can design the whole kitchen architecture as well. So we can, if you say to us that, yeah, we really like this technology, please incorporate into a new kitchen design. We'll design the kitchens from here as well. We're in Wigmore Street in the heart of London, which is the capital of the luxury kitchen market. So we are surrounded by lots of great bit of sort of influences in terms of appliances, and you can get a lot of ideas from lots of different kitchen companies around here. But no, we actually can then design the whole kitchen for you, combine it with all the appliances. integrate into a new one, no problem, or integrate it into an existing one. That's no problem at all. You just tell us what you want, tell us what your requirements are, and we're happy to supply. So, like I said before, you've got the chef's table. You can buy just this unit itself. Retails for about 80,000. We can combine it with the rest of the kitchen, and it's 80,000 plus whatever extra is on this side, for example, or however many extra units you have. Now, for the money, you get everything you see here. You get the robotic arm, you get the hob, you get the pans, you get the utensils, you get the containers, Japanese-style shelving, bamboo shelves, LED lights. You get the worktop, you get the whole system complete. So this is everything you get for your money. So that's quite a lot, actually, and a lot of technology there. A lot of technology, and also not forgetting the tablet. You get the tablet as well, which is you can't do anything without the tablet. Okay, thanks for the questions so far on YouTube. I'm just going to jump over to Insta. Let's see if we've got any new Insta questions. Jorento, I think you asking me a very similar question to what I just answered from the gentleman on YouTube. So I assume that will answer your question. Thank you very much. Nice to see more people joining. That's great. Thank you very much. So I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Thai prawn noodles. It's a really nice dish. Very nice, very famous dish in Thailand. So we had one of the chefs who kindly came in, and they cooked this for us. And in conjunction with our own in-house chef, James Taylor, we got all the information and put it in our library. Right, let's see if there's any more questions. Dr. Vince Gilmer, will it come with pre-programmed recipes? Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. So you'll get 50 recipes and any more that we have uploaded up until time of your order. So yes, all the recipes will come already preloaded. The other interesting feature we have is if you have any of your own recipes, send them in to us. What we can do, we can put any of your traditional recipes, grandmother's recipe, grandfather's recipe, mums, dads. There's lots of recipes out there in the world that the families love to cook on a regular basis. And if you want that in the Recipe Cloud library to be shared around the world, send it in to us. Our chef will then cook it, try and get to the taste, the exact taste it should get to, and we will then upload it, and it's for you to use. So yeah, we have that wonderful feature as well with our system. No problem, Dr. Vince Gilmer, you're more than welcome. And thanks to everybody else who are sending questions through. I'm trying to answer them as I'm going along as quickly as possible whilst this is being cooked. So hopefully I'll try and get through all the questions today. But if I don't, and you have a question even after our live post, just send us a little message via the website. We've got a contact us link on the end of our website page. And we'll be more than happy to respond. We have a sales team here, we have a design team here, we have the hardware team here, we have the software team. So if there's any questions related to any of those specific areas, send it through. We will have the answer for you. Mr. Gatarak, how often does the arm need to be serviced? Now this arm has been tested for 35,000 hours. So technically speaking, average cooking times in most people's homes say this could run for 10 years without servicing potentially. But we'd recommend maybe every 2-3 years to have a quick check over. But we can service it maybe once every 24 months or every 36 months. It's not a very high maintenance product. Remember, all the system is really heavily tested, it's sealed, it's tested for 35,000 hours, only uses 500 watts of energy, so it's just a plug-in. It's like plugging in any other appliance in your kitchen, like a KitchenAid or a microwave or a blending machine or something. It's just a plug-in system. Doesn't require a lot of power at all. And it's very quiet as well, by the way. You probably couldn't hear anything, but you can probably hear the food sizzling away, but you can't hear the robotic arm. It's so silent. It's amazing. But yeah, servicing, after the purchase, after your 1-year warranty for the robotics and whatever the manufacturer's warranties are for the appliances, we can do an after service plan. You can take out an warranty plan, and again, if you need more details on that, we can send that across to you as well. So send us an email or contact us via the website. Jorinta, will over-the-air updates. I assume you're talking about a cloud-based system. So yeah, this is a cloud-based system. We can send updates, and all you simply do is update on your side, and that's possible. So there's no need for engineers to keep coming over, or there's no need for anybody physically to go under the kitchen to do any updates. It can be done. It's a cloud-based system, and it can be done as long as you've got good, strong Wi-Fi. Should be no problem. Okay, let's go back to Insta. Let's see if there are any questions on Insta. Okay, got a question in from Juice Memalord. Can it be removed or moved out of the way if you want to cook without it? I assume you mean the actual arm itself. No, the arm can't be moved. The reason being it's fixed to a solid aluminium frame because of all the movements and all the measurements and all the calibrations and the manipulations that we have to perform. You can't really move it around, but you do have the option of going for a chef's table with wheels, for example, which if you needed to move the whole station can be moved around, but it's not something we recommend. With something like this, it's quite compact. It doesn't take up too much space. It's the same amount of space as probably like a volume-wise, like a microwave or a KitchenAid or something like combined. So it's kind of the same sort of size as any other of your kitchen appliances. So we can position this on your design. We can look at your design. We can position it so it's not interfering with your daily use of the kitchen, but it's there ready to be cooked near the hob. So there are certain distances we have to keep because obviously the arm reaches the on-off, the arm reaches the temperature control, the arm reaches the different sort of controls in terms of which pot should be on and so on. So there are certain measurements which are very critical, which we have to bear in mind when we're designing your kitchen, so we can integrate it with the rest of the architecture. It smells great, guys, by the way. I wish you could smell this. The prawns is in there now with the tofu. The noodles are getting nicely warmed up and cooked in the hot water there. You notice that it boiled the water, turned it off. The noodles are there literally just to soften up because, as you know, noodles don't take that long to cook. They only take a few minutes. But you see how we've timed it. We've timed it exactly the same way as a chef. The chef that would have done it at a certain point, or when the sauce will be ready, the sauce will be ready as soon as the prawns are cooked, and everything is perfect in terms of timing. Mira Shangavi, what's the price? Can be added to an existing kitchen? As I mentioned before, the price of this initial system here is 80,000, and yes, it can be added to an existing kitchen. So as long as you've got space of about 1.2 by 1.2 square approximately, we can integrate this into your kitchen, no problems.
L set hob to 6.
Dr. Vince Gilmer, so you had another question. How much do you need to monitor it, and is there an emergency shut-off? Okay, so you don't need to really stand over and monitor each recipe because you've got voice activation that we can eventually have an app on the phone as well, so you can see exactly what's happening here. Just in case if there is a collision or there is an accidental tip or something can happen, even pets, something just jumps into the kitchen. There is an emergency stop button. Now, again, for certification and so on, that's one of the important requirements. So there's a safety button at the front of the hob. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just there right at the front. And then you literally press that and the whole station is completely deactivated and it's gone into safe mode. Some other elements, if there is a very small collision, the actual arm will go into pause mode. You can then actually see where the problem is. If there's something that can be done with a slight change of a movement or something, you can then resume. So it will pause, you can fix the problem and resume, and it will carry on cooking from the last point. That's a very funny response there, Juicen and Mayor Lord. And you basically need a new kitchen. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Basically, if you look at the luxury market, 80K is kind of like the average price. But what we've managed to do, for example, 80K plus the cost of these units, say another 10, 15K. So an average price of this kitchen is 95K, say, for example. Now, this kitchen architecture, if you took it to any other luxury kitchen showroom in central London and you were to price it all up, it would actually cost around about the same. We're not far off at all. We've managed to get the robotics within the same price as a normal luxury kitchen that just has integrated appliances, nice worktop, maybe some nice fancy appliances and so on. But with our system, we've actually managed to price in the cost of the robotic arm with the cold kitchen. The way we've done that is purely because the USP is the robotic arm. The robotic arm sells itself. We don't need to really do much in terms of marketing and so on. But other companies who are just selling normal kitchen furniture and appliances, they have to do a lot of marketing. They have to really promote themselves, and that costs a lot of money. And obviously that costs a lot of money and it goes onto their margins. So they have to recuperate that when they make the sale. So we don't need to do that. So we've balanced it, we've tipped the scale the other way, and we've managed to get the robotic arm in the price of a normal luxury kitchen.
Elster.
Gad, how much do you need to monitor? Oh, Gatarak, okay, you asking me another question. Can you repeat what meal is being made? This is Thai prawn noodles. Thai prawn noodles consisting of bean sprouts, spring onions, chives, soya sauce, prawns, onions, and not forgetting the noodles as well. So that's exactly what we're cooking. And as you see, and I haven't done anything at all, apart from put the ingredients in the containers. I've just watched it literally cook the whole thing from start to finish. I didn't even have to turn on the hob. I don't know if you notice on the here, we have a blender as well. Now this blender, we can also make soup. So we can make a coconut, sweet potato coconut soup. It actually blends the soup in the correct way, making sure it's blended properly, and it finishes blending. So we can even make a normal, simple, really nutritional soup as well. And talking of nutrition, the char cuisine from Spain is amazing. It's real good quality, highly nutritional, recipes with very low calorie. A lot of people might be aware of that sort of cuisine, but Shah cuisine, SHA from Spain. Have a look it up, and we've got about 8 of those recipes already, and we're always looking at uploading some of those recipes on a regular basis. But please do have a look at that. It's some of those recipes that we really are focusing on in terms of healthy food.
Tip noodles into sauce.
So here we go, noodles are going in. This is quite an exciting bit, which is the mesh coming out of the pot. So you see, it gives it a little shake. It's exactly what a chef would do as well. Just give it a little shake, get rid of the excess water. That's what I would do with my noodles. I'll just give it a little shake. And there we go, goes straight into the pot. Wonderful. Great, puts it away and job done. So probably just give it one more final stir and this is ready. Now you also notice, I'll just switch you back to the tablet. You'll notice on the tablet that there is a timer. You'll see a timer and a flagging system. You can also see and keep an eye on the actual whole recipe. You can see the next motion, you can see how far it's been cooked, you can see the percentage of completion as well. So this is 95–96% complete now. But you can keep an eye on this as it's being cooked. You know, you could be watching something and you don't want to hear everything in the background, but you can at least see on your phone or on a tablet. You can watch it being cooked. You can have this tablet next to you on the sofa, for example, or something. So yeah. Let's see if there's any more questions. So let's try and get a few more questions before this recipe finishes. If you guys have any more, please do send them through. Juice of Lord, can you schedule it to make something at a certain time, or ideally to be done at a certain time? No, because we're using fresh ingredients, it's very difficult to automatically have these ingredients put on the shelf. It's impossible. So no, it has to be done in kind of like real time, because these are ingredients coming out of the fridge from yourself fresh. And you mentioned size and addition. What's the minimum size of square? Okay. Okay, so Gatarak, I've already explained what meal we make. That's fine. Dr. Vince Gilmer, you mentioned the size and additions. What's the minimum size or square footage needed, and does it run off standard US 120 volt outlet? Okay, so answer to your question is yes, we can design the actual control box for US use. We're not certified in the US yet. We're going through certification at the moment. We're certified in the UK, certified in Europe. For US and Far East certification, it's something that we're processing, and that should be, we'll make an announcement when we're ready for the US market. But nevertheless, purchases can be made through the UK and through Europe, X-Works for example, so it can be collected from UK or Europe and can be bought that way as well, so whilst we're doing the certification. And also you asked what's the minimum size or square footage needed. I would say the minimum is I would say is about 1.1 by 1.1, which is not too far off from this size here, only because there are certain measurements that we have to kind of like stick to because of the movements of the robotic arm itself. It won't be able to move in a tight space and do the operations it needs to do in the majority of the recipes. So there is a minimum requirement. So I would say base it on 1.2 by 1.2, but we can make slight adjustments if required, but ever so slightly. And we can make it run off 120 volt outlets. We can change the control box and change the power supply of that. How much of a discount are you giving to us early live streamers? Bit of a cheeky question, but I suppose it's good to ask. No, I'll tell you what, for early live streamers, we will offer something. Remember, we are the first on the market. We are new to the market. We believe that we've costed it perfectly to the current market rates in terms of luxury furniture, appliances, and so on. This is like another appliance. It's like having an appliance in your kitchen. We understand in the beginning price is quite high, but we know that as volume increases, prices will be lowered. But we will be doing lots of promotions. We are doing lots of promotions. We're doing lots of normal seasonal promotions. We're doing lots of marketing promotions. So I think just keep an eye on the website. We will announce all these different promotions that can vary from different types of discounts and different types of offers. So yeah, keep an eye on the website. We will definitely be doing some offers in the near future and offering some discounts. So yeah, I'm not saying no, but definitely we would consider some discounts as well. Dr. Vince Gilmer, I volunteer for a US test trial. I love this thing. Okay, so for test trial, no problem. Get in touch with me direct via the website, via the contact us, and we'll arrange something under special conditions, and we'll try and do something for you as soon as we're ready for certification. We'll let you know when we're ready, when we can do something together. But yeah, please send me an email, and I'll pass your details on to my sales manager, and we will definitely be in touch and start the ball rolling. We can even start doing the design work, to be honest with you. You just give us the floor plan. If you send in the floor plan of where you anticipate on having the robotic system, we can then integrate it into a design, and then we can start the ball rolling, take it step by step, and then and give you a good price on that as well. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Any other questions? Okay, so I think we more or less had all the questions on Insta. Any questions on YouTube? I think we've had all the questions on YouTube. I can't see anything more coming through. Again, thank you all for joining. That's been fantastic. And now I'm going to taste this particular recipe and try and describe how good it tastes and make you all feel really hungry. So just bear with me a second. Oops. So let's have a little taste of this. Okay, so just going to get my special cutlery. So apologies guys, I should have prepared this earlier, but that's the beauty of live streaming. So I'm going to try this, and I'm going to try and be as descriptive as possible and give you a response. Okay, thank you, Mr. R, super mega like. Is there a playing feature? I thought I saw that on a previous old video. Jorenta, playing feature. Do you mean a video of the recipes being cooked? Is that what you mean? But yeah, we show that on every single recipe. So there are videos to show you how to prep the ingredients. Okay, Joe DeGase, you have a question. So yeah, send in your question. So whilst I taste this, maybe I can answer your question before I taste the actual recipe. Looks delicious. Bring some home. Cheeky. Okay. Right. Let's see. Yeah, please, Joe Degas, send in your question. Send in your question. Let's have a look here. Is anybody else? That's right. Yeah, I have not had breakfast yet. We'll have to make something after this. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, brilliant. We can actually do breakfast recipes as well. We can do a French omelette, for example. We also are now trialing some desserts as well. So like an Indian rice pudding, for example, which called kheer. We can make that as well. And so we're trying out lots of different recipes, lots of recipes that people just would normally cook on a regular basis. So, okay, I think it's time to have some of this. So, that looks good. Get some tofu in there, add some prawns, there we go. So now, you see here, it's actually mixed, and you saw it doing the stirring, so it's been stirring, it's been mixing, everything's mixed perfectly. I've not had to do any mixing to this at all. Every noodle has got every bit of the ingredient, and it's been cooked absolutely perfect. It's exactly how I'd receive it in a restaurant, I would assume. So it tastes, looks good, looks good. Let's just do a quick taste test. Oh, that's really nice. Favourite bit, try to prawn. Yeah, oh yeah. Very good. Got a nice little kick in there as well. So, yeah, so that's it. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me just see if you've got any more questions. If I can make a guacamole with this robot, I will sell a kidney to buy it. That's very, very funny. Like guacamole, so avocados, garlic. Yeah, it's doable, absolutely doable. It's not impossible. It would mean preparing a lot of the avocados, which is fine. Adding the garlic, yes, which is what we did. I would say yes. Yeah, of course we can. We can add finely chopped little red peppers to it. You can make your own guacamole. You can have all your pots. You can have, maybe for example, if you wanted to make a large pot of guacamole, you could maybe have 4 of the pots full of the fresh avocados. All you have to do is just maybe finely chop it, and the actual arm will do all the stirring and put everything together for you. So yeah, not impossible. Joe question is, Jorento's question, can we integrate with AI agents to command start cooking? No, not really. No, it's got to be done. You can start the command direct. You don't have to do it through a different means, but no, it's done directly by yourself. Sorry, there's no plating feature at the moment, Jorento. It's something that's quite, dexterous and needs a lot of manipulation. But like I said before, this is purely a cooking machine. It's not designed to plate food and replace waiters and replace the chefs. It's purely there to cook you a fresh meal anytime, 24/7. Thank you. And any more final questions on Insta? No. On YouTube? No. Okay, cool. Excellent. So thank you very much, everybody. So join us again next week. We'll cook something else, something more interesting as well. This is a lovely dish. This is a very interesting dish. This is lovely. This is Thai prawn noodles, very tasty dish. And join us next week. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.